Feel like Sonic the Hedgehog. Holy flyaways. Ah. This is how you know I'm really comfortable with you guys now. This is just a sign of a very, very hard-worked morning. Welcome to this video, by the way. But the reason I turned on the camera right now is because this is the start of a very special video. And I was gonna do a whole sit down, get the light out, make it cute. But then I realized there's gonna be a lot of different elements of this video. We're gonna pull out the GoPro at some point. We're gonna get down in the nitty gritty. There's no reason to get pretty right now because we are reviewing a very, very highly anticipated product. And by highly anticipated, I mean I've highly anticipated it. Greg is currently on his way to the mailroom because the object we are reviewing has been delivered. I have ordered the HOKA 1-1 Tennine GTX hiking boots. Boots! Dude, I'm so freaking excited for these. I've been excited for them the minute I saw them. And right now, I'll flash up a picture and you'll see why. Yeah, I know. Straight out of the Jetsons. Craziness. So you may be asking, why are you so freaking excited for these ugly ass boots? And I'll tell you why. It's because of that sole, baby. That sole, that blown out sole in the back. For those of you who are watching my channel right now because you're here for the clubfoot content, this video is for you. If you've watched my clubfoot shoe collection, you know that a blown out sole to me is just, oh, for my feet? Yes, please. I'm so excited to get some hiking boots that are supportive to my ankles and have good traction. I'm so excited about these boots. I've been looking for something that I can wear hiking that isn't sneakers because my sneakers that I use to work out and train in aren't high tops naturally. They don't have a lot of ankle support. And when you're hiking, which I've been doing a lot more of lately and will be doing a lot more of this year, it's one of my New Year's resolutions, I wanted something that's going to be highly supportive and something that is designated for hiking. And as soon as I saw the ad for these boots, like the first time I saw them, I knew I was like, those are going to be great for my feet. And I'm sure if you have clubfoot or if you have trouble with ankle support or foot support or you roll in or you roll out on the sides of your feet, these might be good for you too. But I'm not going to let you just take a hot guess and spend $250 on these shoes. I'm going to pick them apart little by little and give you the full gambit of what these are about, so you can make an educated decision before you buy these. When Greg comes back with these shoes, we're gonna rip them open. We're gonna take a look. We're gonna try them on, see how we feel, go over our initial thoughts. But for the most part, we're not gonna really see these babies put to work until this weekend. Greg and I are gonna go for a hike. We're gonna go on a nice long hike with some terrain. I really hope they fit. I ordered a 6.5. I'm generally a 6. They didn't have a 6, and I was too desperate to wait. And I figured if I'm going hiking, I'm gonna be wearing some thicker socks. So, Santa has arrived. Hi, gimme girl. Hi, gimme girl. Oh, Gim. It's nice to get a little cameo from the Gim. She's usually not on camera. It's usually the chomp. Alright, let me prop you up a little bit. Hey, Bean, you want to come up? There, my Beanie. Alright, so, as I was saying, I did not order these from HOKA.com. They actually were out of stock on the HOKA website, surprisingly. I really didn't think, I mean, these are the type of shoes that are so weird that I feel like either no one would buy them or everyone would like jump on them because they're so different, right? So they weren't on the HOKA website. I did order them from backcountry.com. Highly recommend backcountry.com. I buy all my ski supplies on backcountry.com, and they also usually have like a fair amount of coupon codes. So if you're using a browser extension like Honey or Retail Me Not, or I don't know, there's a couple of them, you'll probably get some money off. And I did get money off of this. Oh my god, these are so weird and I love them. Look at that. Wow, these are cool. Yeah, I can see why these are, you could use these for trail running, because it's not like a thick brick sole. It's like a, I mean, it is a thick sole, but it still feels airy. I feel like I could be pretty buoyant in these. So I'm just gonna try them on just for size and just to kind of get some initial thoughts here. I am not going to put my orthotics in, because taking my orthotics out of my training shoes and putting them in here, the pain in the butt. We will wait for that experience when we take these out for a spin in the real world. First thing off the bat, what I really like are these brackets here for lacing, which is great because you can easily, whoop, and by easily, yep, easily take them on and off, so you could really open up the mouth of the shoe if you wanted to, which, you know, is a big plus for me. I have limited ankle mobility, so like trying to like get my foot, point my foot into here and then turn, it's not happening. So anytime that there's an option to really open up wide, I am a fan. Ooh, okay. Right off the bat, I'm happy about the sizing so far. All right, here they are. I'm already so psyched. I mean, undeniably, they look cool. I feel like Sonic the Hedgehog.
I mean, you do look like Sonic the Hedgehog.
You think they're cool?
Yeah, I think the colors are cool. I think it's gonna be nice for your feet when you're actually on hikes. Like, all that uneven terrain is just gonna feel like fucking nothing. I'm assuming they're waterproof too, right?
I don't know. Probably water resistant. I mean, there's some mesh here in the, like, the toe box area. So I don't know if any water would get through, but
We could break them in on Saturday and I could play a second round of disc golf at Kinder. You can meet me with the dog.
I'm not making my hike this weekend a disc golf round following you around.
But it's my birthday.
On Saturday, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We're going on a hike on Sunday. I don't know how much I can determine about these shoes just by pacing around our apartment. But so far, man, I feel like a weeble wobble.
Go take the dog out and then you can really get an experience with it.
You really want me to try out these shoes, or you just want me to take the dog out?
You can take the dog out.
All right. Who's that kid? Who's that kid? Someone. Hi, Tom. Come on, give me. Let's go inside. Hi, baby. Alright, so you definitely have to open the top of the boot all the way if you have as chunky orthotics as I do. Hi, baby. Yeah. I'm honestly a little out of breath. Just getting those on. It's time. The first 30 minutes of this hike, I was absolutely thrilled at the performance of these shoes. However, after a while, I started to feel some really uncomfortable tightness develop on my right foot right below my pinky toe, which is generally where I'm most turned out in my worst problem area. I tried everything. I kept hiking. I kept taking them out, hoping that it would just absolutely stretch out. I did all sorts of mobility exercises to kind of break in the leather, and I was actually at a point where I just thought, hey, these aren't going to work. You know, I'm just starting to realize, I think, unfortunately, these shoes are just too tight in some spots. I don't know what to do about it. Everything else about them is great, but it's like right here.
I can't believe you still wore them even though we're just going to downtown.
I'm hoping to break them in a little more. Because if they were just a little bit looser, they'd be perfect. But I spent $250 on these, and I was not about to give up that easily. It is time for the weekly hike, and as usual, I will be getting out my HOKAs. However, based on my hiking experience with these shoes so far, I'm going to make an adjustment. I tried to stretch them out. I really found it nearly impossible to believe that these shoes could not work with the current orthotics, because when I first saw them advertised, I thought immediately, oh, those are definitely wide enough. Safe to say they are not. Honestly, I don't know if it's the width. I don't know what part of the shoe is just not super accommodating of my most corrective orthotic, or if it's just the distance of these hikes, but I really don't think that's it. It's just like pinching right here. Don't mind the unmatched socks. It's a work in progress, okay? But right here, below the pinky toe, on the ball of the foot area, like it's just not, it's pinching in a weird way that it really shouldn't. And because I'm determined to make these shoes work, I'm going to switch out my orthotic with my more discreet orthotic currently in these gym shoes right now. If you've seen my clubfoot purchases video, you've seen these. I've shown these before. So I'm going to try putting these in there. I was going to try just taking out the orthotic altogether. But I'd rather have a little bit of something if I'm going to be on terrain a lot. Like I want to enable my feet to be as successful as they can be. So I'm going to put the more sleek orthotic in. Hopefully that will help, because I remember last time I did this exact hike I'm about to do today, and I'm supposed to do it even longer today than I did it last time. These shoes, once they loosened up and I kind of got moving around in them, they felt great on the hike until like mile 5. And I do not want to be limited by 5 miles during my hikes. So hopefully this little adjustment will make them just perfect, because I know they have the potential to be, and I am determined to make these shoes work. I want my instinct to be right, and I want them to be worth the money I spent on them. So let's switch these orthotics out and see how it goes. I can tell already this is a better fit. I did keep it fairly loose down near the toes because I went to go tighten it, and it still felt a little bit on the snugger side. So I'm going to keep the laces pretty loose down here, kept it nice and tight and supportive up by the ankles, and see how we do. I can always stop and adjust along the way. So I am very optimistic about this go. see that? That? We want none of that. None of that. I'm gonna have to tighten these. Alright, I'm having an unfortunate situation. That same part on my right foot is killing me. Oh man. We're like an hour into this hike. Oh. Is it having an orthotic in here, or is it just the shoe? Alright, I'm gonna try it with nothing. And it's just the right foot too. Was I just like dumb to assume I needed something in here, and the whole time I should have just left it be? Is that what's happening? Alright, well it feels better already, but I said that last time too. Bennett, you be a good girl? You be a good girl? Hi. So much better. So much better. Alright, I am very pointedly ending this video on a hike in my boots, because this is where we've come around to. Since that last hike I documented, I've only been wearing them sans orthotic, just au naturel. And I think I learned a valuable lesson from this, actually, and it's that I kind of approach everything in the same exact way, which is balls to the wall, all or nothing. If I had just eased into these boots, I would have discovered that I didn't need to wear my orthotics in the first place. Ooh. But no, instead of breaking them in, testing them from the floor up, I decided that I was going to immediately go on a 5-mile hike as soon as I got them with my corrective orthotics. It wasn't very like a gentle introduction into the shoe. And that's not me like trying to make this work because I spent the money or because I want to be right, like I've been saying. Because I'm wearing them right now. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's a lot warmer outside based on the fact that I'm wearing shorts than my first hike in this video. It's been a while. I've been wearing them. I've been breaking them in. I've been doing the due diligence that you should do when you get heavy duty boots. I guess my conclusion is, if that's something you're willing to do and something you think is worthwhile, then I think you should get these shoes. Especially if you have similar foot issues to mine. Because the part that was so tight that I was so concerned about is the part that feels the most supported now, because now that I'm not wearing any orthotic, it's like just snug enough. So you might still need to wear orthotic in this. Like I say, all feet are different. Even clubfoot, all club feet are different. My suggestion is ease into them, take them for a little walk. Don't put anything into them, feel them out. Figure out where you need the support and go from there. And I think I'll do just fine. So I hope this helped. I'm sorry it's kind of a gray answer, not exactly a yay or nay, but I think that's kind of the case for most things, don't you? All in all, once I remembered that not every shoe has to be the most actively corrective experience, I really learned to enjoy the stability of the shoe itself. It handled all sorts of terrain that I threw at it, and most of all, it felt like a really light, airy shoe despite the appearance. It handled Bennett pulling me in all sorts of directions, and had great heel-to-toe movement. Overall, I really recommend the shoe, because not having to worry about little pieces of debris and trips like this ruining my hikes and my ankles was well worth it. Let's wrap this up back at home. Please excuse the photo booth quality here, but here I am exporting my video and realizing my outro is completely corrupted. So let's just fully recap here. And some of this we already touched on. What I should have done differently, what I suggest you do if you want to make sure this shoe works for you. And I think it all comes down to that if this shoe is going to help you do something you love, like hike for longer, then it's well worth the money. And that's what it did for me. I think I kind of tried to turn it into a test of athletic performance, as I do most things, and went way too hard, way too quick, when I should have just eased in. And I think that it will benefit you if you decide to try out the shoe and you take the same method. So I know it's the worst thing in the world when like mentally you want to keep going and there's something physically just stopping you, whether it's foot pain or joint pain or anything. And I think that these shoes are the perfect solution to that issue. If you have issues like me, rolling out, stability, handling terrain, that sort of thing, I would highly recommend. I'll include a link to the shoe. If you do try them and you like them and you have thoughts, please let me know. I'm wildly curious. I haven't met anyone else who has tried these shoes yet. And if this video helped you make a decision about these shoes, please give it a thumbs up. For me, remember to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Check out my Instagram, my website, all that jazz. And we're taking a little redirection with this channel soon. So be on the lookout for some of that. And I'll see you when I see you.